She traded everything for one priceless jewel. The ending fight will shock you. The soft glow of apartment lights contrasts with the dark, expansive backdrop of Gotham City outside. Relaxed on the couch, one woman reads a newspaper clipping to her two friends. "Oh look, girls, look at this." Her smile was so beautiful. For the event, socialite Catherine Wells is wearing the infamous Palermo pearl. A hush falls over the room. "Wow," breathes one of the listeners. Leaning closer, the reader's eyes catch the details. It changed her whole face, the Palermo pearl. "Oh, goodness me." A familiar, wistful expression crosses her features. She lowers the paper, turning to her friends with a conspiratorial smile, squishing her eyes mischievously. "You know, I tried it on once. The pearl, did you really?" Her friends respond, bulging their cheeks in amazement. The reader gets up, walking towards a long closet filled with gowns. "It was only for a moment. I was wearing this beautiful dress. We didn't see it often in those days. Let me see. I've hidden it somewhere in here." She trails off, momentarily lost in the memory of that spectacular, brief, stolen moment of glamour. I cling to those memories, the happy ones, in the weeks before Maria Kyle took her own life. She holds up a bright, yellow shift dress, her eyes sparkling. "Look at this." A younger voice, full of excitement, asks, "Can I try it?" We loved playing dress up. We adored Mommy's makeup. Maria smiles warmly as she helps us apply bright lipstick. Oh, she was so beautiful. We would pile on high heels and sparkle, transforming the room into a runway. But then the memory shifts, and a sharp, angry voice cuts through the fun. "Maria, where are you?" The smile drops from her face, replaced by a sudden, frantic fear. "Shoot, Dad's home early." I remember that panic, and I remember when she was happy. Panic flashes in Maria's eyes as she quickly closes the closet door. She leans in, urgently whispering to her younger daughter, "Don't let him see you in that." But it is too late. Brian, their father, barrels in, his face contorted in anger. "Let go of her." "What? Where did you get that dress?" Maria cries out, "Don't!" attempting to defuse the situation. "Hey, honey, how was she asks, trying to sound calm, but Brian cuts her off, staring at the little girl covered in lipstick. "Why are you wearing makeup?" Maria pulls the child close, hushing her. "Shh, Maggie. Should we?" Brian's voice rises to a furious roar. "Here I am selling my records for pennies, and all this time you had that thing squirreled away? Take your sister. Go to your room." Maria tries to reason with him, stepping between him and the closet. "Brian, don't. I have the job interview tomorrow. I need to look." His gaze drops to the paper Maria is holding. The headline reads, "Gotham Gazette, Socialite Stuns in Priceless Pearls." Brian's mouth twists into a sneer, his voice suddenly cold and cruel. "Oh, you want to look beautiful, do you?" Somewhere on the Italian border, Selena sits across a rustic table from Dominique Allard. While fixing her makeup, she catches her own reflection. "I look for Mom in the mirror sometimes, wishing her features would appear in mine." Allard is inspecting a pair of jewels, holding them close to his eye with a loupe. He breathes out, appreciative, or exquisite. Selena sets her compact down. "What are these? Family heirlooms?" "Sure, if it'll make you feel better." "Is it enough?" It is enough. In fact, it is very generous of you, as I'm sure you know," Allard replies, slipping the diamonds into his pocket. Dominique Allard was a charming man once. He still is in some ways, even if he drinks too much. Selena receives a folded note from him. Indeed, this comes from a much trusted and much desperate friend. It is not the kind of thing one would sell unless one needs to. Allard eyes her over his wine glass. I trust this generosity will assure authenticity. I hear there have been forgeries in the past." Selena reads the note. "As in years past, the Baccatar Ball, Venice." She looks at Allard, raising an eyebrow. "What do you know about it?" He offers a cynical smile. "The Baccatar Ball? The same as you, I suppose. Charming, useful, and honest." Allard raises his wine glass, considering her, qualities that no longer get you as far as they used to. The Baccatar Ball is said to be a gathering of the rich and powerful. Crime lords, sheikhs, politicians, and cardinals, all rubbing shoulders. Elaborate costumes, masks, debauchery. A bacchanalia, you know the deal. A strictly private event, no one knows where and when it is. Selina holds his gaze, cool and unbothered. Unless one has an invitation, of course. What about the auction? Allard pours himself more wine, the dark red liquid sloshing into the glass. It's not an auction per se, but it is said that among the festivities there is an unofficial sale of goods. Items that for one reason or another would be difficult to sell on the open market. He leans in, his voice lowering. There is a rumor, and I'm not sure if it's true, but there's a rumor that the Palermo Pearl will be going up for sale this year. Selina looks genuinely surprised, her focus intensifying. Really? The Palermo Pearl? It's been in the Falcone family for decades, right? I wonder why they'd be selling it? Who knows? Allard replies with a shrug and a slight smirk. Allard leans back, his expression etched with concern. These are dangerous people, my dear. If you are caught in this place, no one will ever find you. No one will even look for you. Are you sure it is worth it? Selina ignores the warning, choosing instead to engage him with a distraction. She sips her wine thoughtfully. I once met a man walking through Tunisia because of a riddle his father told him. What do you get if you walk from Toulouse to Tobruk? Allard strokes his mustache, intrigued. A riddle? Tell me, tell me. He considers the words deeply. Toulouse? Toulouse? Loss, perhaps? And Tobruk could be to brook, to brook, to endure? You go from loss to endurance, grief to fortitude? Selina raises an eyebrow. Is that it? Allard shakes his head grimly. I don't know. When I met him, he was still on his way. Selina rises, placing a hand on his shoulder in genuine thanks. Thank you for this, Dominique. Truly. Allard is flustered by the rare show of affection. Oh, it was my pleasure. As she turns and walks away from the table, Allard calls out one last time. My dear, do you know what else you get if you walk from Toulouse to Tobruk? The mountain roads twist and turn far below, a long way from home. I've been searching for the Palermo Pearl for a decade. Its location has been a closely guarded Falcone family secret until now. Now I have an invitation to the most elusive private event in the world and a reckless plan. Venice is 500 miles away. Catwoman grips the handlebars of her bike, speeding along the narrow route. Olmi Ishmael. Venice, 3 days later. The canals are dark, reflecting the cold moonlight and the warm glow of window lights. Carmine Falcone, stiff and imposing in his tailored suit, is not happy to be in Italy. Flanked by 2 silent bodyguards, he cuts an exhausted figure in the back of the sleek wooden water taxi. He did not sleep on the flight. He does not like boats, and the damp stench of the canals makes his stomach twist. They glide past ancient buildings, heading toward a floating pier where several figures are gathered, waiting. In Falcone's estimation, whatever charm this city once held lies, suffocated beneath the souls of tourists. Carmine Falcone steps stiffly onto the pier, feeling instantly outnumbered. A portly, jovial man approaches, hands outstretched. Carmine, dear boy. Luca, I trust you are well? Luca's smile doesn't quite reach his eyes. You're late. The entire family is waiting. Carmine responds tersely. I do not control air traffic, Luca. Luca embraces him, a suffocating display of familial affection. Oh, age, you know how it is. You remember Aldo? The family, once dear to Carmine, surrounds him like hungry dogs. Carmine regards the next generation, eyeing the young man. Of course, little Aldo, all grown up. Carmine has done well in Gotham, but some say he has forgotten who helped him in the beginning. Aldo returns Carmine's embrace. How are you, uncle? Some say too well. Selina watches the entire greeting from a distance through a pair of binoculars. She observes the hungry eyes and greedy posture of the relatives. Some ask why so little of his riches find their way back to Italy. Some ask why he is even the boss at all. Catwoman watches the pier from a darkened window, binoculars raised. Carmine Falcone, right on schedule. She studies the powerful mob boss. What is going on with you, old man? Why do you need money? Did you lose it all, or are you investing, expanding? Suddenly, her gaze snaps to a movement near Falcone's entourage. Clearly, I'm not the only one interested. One of Falcone's imposing bodyguards grabs a scruffy man who had been lurking nearby. Who might you be? Selena observes the captured man's attire. Bad suit and uncomfortable shoes. Not a local, not a tourist. Detective then, or a journalist? She lowers the binoculars, holding her compact camera, a dark smile playing on her lips as she notes the danger the man has just walked into. You're playing with fire, buddy. There is always a moment before a job when I ask myself if it's worth it and remind myself I can still walk away. But not today. I knew that the moment I saw the pearl. Selena gazes at her black mask and the beautiful, elaborate necklace lying on a book before her. There is no walking away from this. Fully committed now, Catwoman turns and slips out the door, leaving the comfort of the hotel suite behind. Catwoman launches herself into the Venetian night, a dark silhouette against the moonlit sky. Her whip snakes out, finding purchase on a distant railing across the narrow, reflecting canal. This isn't vengeance. It's not even justice. She soars through the open air, the ancient stone structures blurring beneath her. Well pulled. It's a consequence. She lands lightly on a cold tile roof, crouched and focused. It's how it needs to be. Inside the luxurious hotel suite, Carmine Falcone clutches his briefcase, his eyes tired and wary. Luca, the jovial heavy man, tries to shepherd him out. Come on, Carmine. Dinner is ready. We can't keep the family waiting much longer. Carmine glowers, clearly irritated by the forced formality. I just need a moment. He heads toward the bathroom, stripping off his suit jacket, muttering angrily to himself. A shoe salesman always needs to look his best, you know. I never sold shoes, you old. He catches the eye of his young nephew, Aldo. Aldo, did you sweep the suite? Aldo responds dutifully. Of course, uncle. Carmine, already stressed, issues a cold command to his bodyguard standing by the door. Stay outside the door at all times. No one in or out, do you understand? Aldo, confused, asks, but what about the family dinner? Luca steps up, putting a placating hand on Carmine's shoulder, ushering him away from the door. Relax, Carmine. This is Italy, not America. Aldo watches his uncle Carmine and Luca leave, shaking his head. He mumbles, besides, it would be bad form to attack anyone the week of the ball. It's not how we do it. I think you're underestimating the problem at hand, Luca. He glances over as two hotel maids exit the suite carrying cleaning supplies. Hey, finito. Dai, one maid asks. Aldo gives a reluctant gesture toward the room. Scusi. As the maids pass, Aldo reaches out and firmly locks the door with a secure position as the only guard. He settles into his surveillance role, but unknown to him, a shadow passes through the luxurious, darkened suite. Carmine's prized briefcase, still sitting near the doorway, remains vulnerable. Catwoman slips into the suite, wrinkling her nose. The room already smells like him. Carmine Falcone always wore his cologne with a heavy hand, like he was marking his territory. She observes a decorative falcon head nearby. A falcon? How original. She opens the briefcase and rummages through the contents, noting the cash and various documents. I don't expect to find the necklace. In fact, I know it's not here. Carmine Falcone had it moved out of Gotham a long time ago, and I doubt he'll lay eyes on it again before the night of the ball. Then she finds what she was looking for, a small, ornate platinum pig figurine nestled in a cutout of the case. Go. She carefully removes the pig and places it on a small, portable digital scale she pulled from her utility belt. But it wasn't always like that. The scale displays the weight, 498 grams. There was a time when he liked to show it off. This memory surfaces instantly, Gotham, a long time ago. The first time I walked into Carmine Falcone's world, I was too young to drink. I thought I would get in trouble, but the bouncer took one look at me and let me jump the lime. Hey, we've been waiting for an hour, someone yelled, but the door closed behind me anyway. I already knew that nothing is free in this world. Even back then, standing in the low-lit, smoky bar, I knew I was amassing an unspoken debt by being there. A man with slicked hair leaned close, bottle in hand. Hey you, have a drink with me. I knew what was expected of me. I gave him a sweet smile. "Oh, thank you, in a moment. I'm just going to powder my nose." I didn't have a plan. I'd heard they kept cash in the back office, heard they liked pretty girls, heard they were sloppy, and that no one would dare steal from Falcone anyway. I slipped past the restroom sign and into the brightly lit back office. The seat of the chair scraping against the floor lets out a loud, terrifying. I froze, hiding under the heavy desk. The men inside were already laughing, oblivious. It is said the pearl once belonged to Marie Antoinette before she lost her neck. It was stolen during the Revolution and reset in this beautiful diamond necklace almost 200 years ago. How much is it worth? From her hiding spot, young Selena watches as a woman models the spectacular necklace for a crime boss. It is quite priceless, my dear. The problem with the Palermo pearl is finding something to wear with it. Like this dress, it's beautiful, but it falls short, don't you think? He adjusts the massive piece around the woman's neck, his hands lingering. Ah, there we are. You wear it well. The Palermo pearl. The name stirred something in me. But what if I wondered then if my mother once stood in her place, and I wondered if she had heard this speech from him. He complimented the woman, telling her, like it was made for you. I sat under the desk, my heart pounding, looking at the safe beneath me, already knowing what I needed to do. And I knew that someday I would take it from him, as I would take everything from, damn it. Back in the suite, Catwoman turns just as the old hotel phone begins to ring and the doorknob makes a telling pling. The best laid plans. Aldo Falcone, the young bodyguard, peeks through the peephole, then turns to answer the incessant phone, still clutching a knife handle beneath his jacket. Chukka. He answers the call, speaking quickly in Italian. "St. Do not call this room anymore." Aldo Falcone is barely 25, but he already has a reputation for brutality. Catwoman hides behind the drapes, considering her next move. I would prefer not to have this fight right now. It's too early, but I guess it's not up to me. Catwoman surges out from behind the heavy velvet curtain, snapping it directly into Aldo's face. He stumbles back, yelling in surprise, "Ah!" She dives low as Aldo recovers instantly, pulling the knife and lunging, shouting in Italian, "Chi ti ha mandato?" Who sent you? Catwoman struggles beneath him, seeing the knife glinting above her and his other hand grabbing one of the heavy shoes from the floor, ready to use it as a weapon. He demands an answer, focusing on a rival name. "Who sent you? Zervas?" Catwoman meets his fierce, shocked gaze with her own. There's a certain kind of man who's never been in a fair fight. You can tell by his movements. Aldo roars as he lunges, trying to bring the shoe down on her head. Catwoman uses her acrobatic training to twist away, tripping him. He knows how to inflict pain, but not how to take it. He crashes against the window, shattering the glass. He cries out in agony and surprise, "Non si vedo più." I can't see anything anymore. Glass shards pierce his face, making him flinch. He is ashamed and surprised to be on the losing side. As the knife flies past her, Catwoman snatches it midair with her whip, the blade shimmering in the moonlight. Aldo snarls, "Damn you, I'll kill you." Catwoman snaps the knife away, sending the blade spiraling through the air and embedding it harmlessly into the wooden frame of the window. By the end of this, he'll be used to it. Aldo stumbles, his face slick with blood and sweat, staring dumbfounded at his ruined, broken surroundings. Catwoman leaps gracefully onto the outer railing, poised for escape as Aldo turns back, knife retrieved, looking out at the dark canal where his uncle's water taxi is now gone. The fight has started, but Catwoman is already one step ahead. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Part 1, to be continued.